Good morning. Happy New Year. I hope that y'all had a good day yesterday and a nice night last night. Come on in. I'm Cassandra with Willow Heart Prims. Hey, Debbie. Good morning. Happy New Year, Debbie. How are you? Let's see if I can turn this up. Hi, Sally. How are you? Hi, everyone. I am working today on I think I'm gonna make a vintage primitive heart. So I cut this heart out of 1/2-inch plywood and then I scuffed it up. So I think that's what I'm gonna be working on today. So what are you guys up to today? Happy New Year, Sally. Hey, Dana. Hey, y'all. Let's see if I can pull this closer. Good morning. First up, while I'm waiting for everyone to come in. Hey, Debbie. Happy New Year. Have y'all ever worked with milk paint? That's what I'm going to be playing with today. See how it works on my wood piece. And the directions say to mix 1 part of the powder paint to 1 part water. So that's what I'm gonna mix that up and see what happens. I'm not really big on measuring a whole lot of things, but did y'all have a good day? Good morning, Dana. Hi. Did y'all have a good night? That stuff looks too thin. We gotta add some more. I've never worked with milk paint. Oh, you moved. You're still unpacking, Debbie? Where did you move from and where did you move to? I'm just mixing up some milk paint here. I've never used milk paint, so we're just gonna see how this goes. Hey, Chris. Hey, Amy. Hey, you guys. Hey, Star. Hey, good morning. I'm just mixing up some milk paint here so I can work on this wood heart. I'm guessing y'all can see me. And you'll see it. Let me back it up a little bit. So I'm glad y'all are here with me this morning. Wasn't sure if anybody would be up. We don't stay up late. I mean, 8 o'clock is the latest for me. So right now I'm just gonna, so what I did with this wood heart, thank you, Chris, you too. I did with this heart is I took that wire brush and scuffed it all up and sanded it. So now I'm just gonna add just a little bit of this brown paint. The paint that I use, this brown paint, it's a flat paint that I get from Lowe's. And I'm just randomly putting it all over the brown color because the brown color is going to be the base color. Let me dry it up. Okay, Dana. I've never used it before, so guess that kind of looks like. Might need to be a little bit thicker. I got it because it says that you can make it chippy. You can get a chippy look from it. So that's what I'm trying to, that's what I'm going for, is a chippy look. But dang, this stuff is, this stuff isn't cheap. I got to use it. I'm like, let me get the base. Whenever I put the base coat down, I always put just a little bit of Vaseline over the top of it. And then I just scrub that off, because whenever I put the top coat on and then sand it away, it gives it that look that I like, that random chippy look. All right, let's try this. Let's try this milk paint, see what happens. If it doesn't work, that's fine. I've got regular paint. I just wanted to play around with it. Hey, Lori! You just got your first prim snowman made? Wonderful! Yes, that's wonderful. This paint, it does, I was like, what does it smell like? It's got a smell to it. I mean, like, where's that girl sniffing her paint? She a paint sniffer. I don't know how this is gonna work, but milk paint was, because I'm all the time looking for something to crackle the paint. And I have tried numerous times to get the paint to crackle the way I want with Elmer's glue and all that. I don't like those big cracks. I don't like it. I like the more authentic, small cracks in it. You know, like the true authentic cracks. I don't know. All right, well, let's see how this milk paint's gonna work. Let's try it up and see what happens. Coming on. You don't know I like those crackle look. Ooh, okay. They're very subtle. It's very subtle crackling. Can you see it? I wonder if you put it on thicker, if it'll come out more crackly. Ooh, I do like that. Yay, I do like some milk paint. Now I gotta cover that up because that's a lot of money to be wasting. Now I'm just gonna sand it down where I put that, although that, okay, it's starting to get that chippy look now. Okay, hold on. Some milk paint now. Look. Thank you, Lori. Yes, I'm finding that out now, Lori. I researched on it because I used to use this in my mixed media art. I used a lot of Liquitex. That didn't give it to me. I used some folk art. That gave it a little bit, but I'm too impatient to wait an hour for things. Gotta wait an hour. I'm like, oh, nobody got time to wait for an hour now. I need some results like now. Yay! Okay, I'm happy with that. All right. Now I just want to add, let me clean this off. Just want to add a little bit of, ooh, I like that. Makes me so happy. I'm going to make a little bit of glaze. Yay! All right, I'm going to make a little bit of glaze to put over the top of this. Just a little bit. Thank you, Chris. I like it too. Yeah. Did y'all have a good night last night? I heard fireworks. One of our neighbors, we live so far out and up on the mountain. We only have a couple of neighbors. So not many people do fireworks up here, but I like my sleep too much. I was probably asleep by 8 o'clock. I'm up at 4 every day and in the bed I'm probably sleeping by 8 o'clock. All right, so I'm mixing up this paint with my Mod Podge. I just eyeball everything. You just pour in probably for a small project like this, you'd want to do a teaspoon of Mod Podge and just dip your brush into the paint and just until you get it to the color that you like. Now you can, sometimes the glue dries quicker if you're doing the whole thing. So sometimes the glue dries quicker. So what you can do is you can just spritz it down with a little water. And then once you put it on there, you're just gonna wipe it away to give it more of that, like it's been sitting out in the rain for years, weathered look. It's been so windy up here. Most of the stuff that was outside blew into the woods. My husband had to go out there in the woods to get it. I'm like, dang, my wind is whipping. Okay, hold on, I'll show you in just a minute. I don't want to take away a lot of that chippy look, but I'm hoping, well, if I cover it up, it's gonna take that chippy look away. So you can just wipe it away. So you can see the sides have a little bit of the darker than the front. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just gonna add some dark down here. If you have any questions or anything, just shout out and I will, yes we do, Lori. Dana, I think that this is what that is. Sweet pickings. Sweet pickings. Sweet pickings. I only got a sample because I had never used it before, and this one is called Flour Sack. It's pretty. I like it. Ooh, and I like the way that the milk paint takes that glaze over the top of it and gets down into those cracks. Ooh, I'm liking this. So this was just an old piece of plywood, half-inch plywood that I cut up. Oh, that I cut into a heart shape. I cut it into a heart shape and then took the wire brushes and everything to it. Y'all use the wire brushes, be careful because they do have a kickback on them and they will cut you up. You gotta clamp it down. I think I might want to add a little bit more white paint right there because not everything gets weathered. And I'm just gonna add it like a thick piece right there. Ooh, I love this milk paint. Ooh! Don't take much, baby. And you're right. You were right. We said that. Dana, did you say the thicker it is? Like cake batter and make it more of a, yeah, like that. It'll make it better. Yeah. All right. So yay! I love me some. I wonder why I never used milk paint before. Anyway, doesn't matter. You find something new all the time. All right. Next up is I got my, so I make these fabric prints. This one I stained up a little bit already with walnut ink, and it's just a little floral print on there. You can find them in my shop. So now I'm going to make a little heart pocket. A little heart pocket for some dried florals. So now I'm just gonna trace this out and then cut it so then I can put it on there. This pen isn't working. The pen's probably frozen. It's so cold. So what do y'all have planned for today? Anything exciting? Hanging out? All right, so now I'm going to take a little bit more of my walnut ink. Hi, Ollie. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Eva. Hey, y'all. So I'm going to take a little bit of the walnut ink and spritz over the top of this. And that's the beauty of my sublimated prints, is that you can get them wet, you can stain them, and they don't smear, smudge, or anything. I love it. All right, so now I need that to be just a little bit darker in some spots. Now, to the fun part. We are going to grunge this baby up. Tatter and tear it and all that. So, I'm gonna rip those edges up. And wrinkling it up like this. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, Lori, that sounds so fun. 92. Wow. That's wonderful. I don't have any living grandparents. My mother is, she will be 85 in February. She lives in Charleston, so she lives a little minute from me. And I am just ripping this up. This gives it some nice tears. Ooh, Sharon, you got the flu? Ooh, girl, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Cooking the greens, peas, and cornbread. Watching the Rose Bowl game. Okay. I'm not sure what I will be doing today. Maybe just cleaning up my room here. All right, let me spritz you up a little bit more. And then dry you up. Really do like that milk paint. But I don't like that area where I added that extra on there. It looks like I gotta blend that in a little bit. Because that looks like an afterthought, which it was. Oh, look how pretty this heart is. It's so pretty. I love it. All right, now we are going to attach this piece here. I don't know if I want it down a little further. I think that's up a little too high. Let me trim some of that off. There. See how nice that fabric rips and tears with these labels? Gives it that nice torn and tattered look. And again, this is a label from my, it's a print. It's one of my fabric prints in my shop. So now I'm going to adhere this to here, and I think I'm going to use some of this Quick and Thick. I mean, it's thick, but it's not as quick as I like it to be. And if I use super glue, no, Cassandra can't be using super glue. Everything will be super glued to me. It's a mess. The super glue is a mess with me. No. All right. Put you on, tack you on a little bit. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of this glue here to help that, to help seal it on there. Help it along. You know, I knew that was going to happen. This glue is hot, and then adding it onto that other glue. It normally works quite well, but it's cold. It's cold in here, y'all. Pressing down. Okay, so far this is what we have for our little heart pocket. I don't know. Ooh, you know what? I know what'll help tack it down. Some of those little tacks I have. You know what I'm talking about? The little, those tacks. Of course, you can't find them when you need them. I can't remember the name of them, but they look like black tacks. You'll know what I'm talking about when I show you. I can't find the thing the name of them is. These little tacks. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, girl. Hey, Allison. Hey, Diane. Hey, y'all. Thanks for being here with me today. I'm making a little wood heart fabric pillow, a pocket. Let me get my hammer. It's going to get loud. So to hold this on a little bit better, I'm going to tack it up in this corner right here. I'm going to tack this corner because I'm going to be putting some, sorry about that. I'm going to have to stretch that out a little bit. Because it's like a little pocket there. I just tacked the sides up together. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Oh, where did I get the wood heart? I cut it out. I cut it out myself with my scroll saw. Thank you, Stephanie. I cut it out. It's a 1/2 inch. It's just a 1/2 inch piece of plywood I cut out on the scroll saw. Carpet tacks. They probably are. Yeah, carpet tacks. They got us. I don't know. I get them at Lowe's and they have a different name, but carpet tacks, yes. So let me put one down here at the bottom down here. If you don't have a scroll saw, I think you would love to have a scroll saw. And then I love numbers and dates and years and stuff like that. So these are one of my fabric labels. And I don't know if I want to add. So I got 1886. I got 1870. I got number 4, number 6. I'm not sure. Let's do. Let me just cut one out and see what I think. maybe 1886, maybe. Thanks you guys for being here with me. 1886. Let me see. Now you got to come off a little bit more. So now I'm going to add some of the walnut ink to it. And the walnut ink is just the walnut crystals and some water. And like I've mentioned before, what I love about my fabric labels is that they are sublimated onto a poly cotton blend fabric. So there's no smearing. Is that 18? What is that? 1866. Oh. See, no smearing, no smudging. I used to do them. You can print them out yourself, but you cannot get them wet if you use a regular inkjet printer, because the ink will stay just on top of the fabric where the sublimation embeds it into there. Yeah, that's what I love about it. I'm just gonna get me a rusty safety pin and pin this baby on here. And then I'm going to do the scrape that, darken the edges up. Thank you, Lynn. Did you get some, Lynn? Did you get some of the tags? I mean the labels? This poly cotton fabric is a beautiful blend for the sublimation. I love it. So now I'm just adding just got a chippy brush that I trimmed down pretty small, and just going around the edges now to give it more of a dark vintagey look. I'm going to darken that up a little bit. And the fabric's wet, so it can be pulled out just a little bit because I put those tacks in there, so you can pull it and stretch it a little bit, or you don't have to. You can tack it down there tight if you want, but I'm going to be adding some things into it, so I kind of wanted it to be open a little bit and more like a little, you know, like it's been messed with over the years. And I like to use, I like to use dried florals, dried pieces in my artwork. So like these little flowers here, I just found these at Hobby Lobby in the springtime. And this, it's like gypsum. You get that at Hobby Lobby too. All right. I think I might add a little bit of this. I'm not adding a whole lot to this because I want it to be simple. I like simple things. And then I have the Sweet Annie here. Sweet Annie is messy. That's messy. Let me add a little bit of gypsum. I like adding a little bit of the gypsum with the Sweet Annie to help tone the, I don't want a bright green color, so I will use this gypsum to help mask some of that green, if you will. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Now I'm going to add some of the dried florals, just a couple of them. Maybe one or two. Just to give it a little bit of, well, I like using the dried flowers, but one thing I don't like is that they, you know, sometimes their little heads break off. But if you don't, if you are gentle with them and don't manhandle them like me, because sometimes I got my big grip, you know, my big old hands, and like their heads are popping off, and all right, hold on. I don't know. It looks a little too bright for being in this vintagey piece, so I think I'm going to just add some walnut ink to them and just get them just a little bit darker, especially that gypsum. Still looks a little too brown, but I mean too bright, but it'll have to work. Dry this up. We are almost done. Now I'm going to add a, what do you think? Isn't that cute? It's got the 1886 down there with a little safety pin on it. All right, let's put this wire in here. First, let's get this all wonkied up. Gotta get it all wonkadoodle. I don't like things looking all perfect. I like them to look messy, like somebody had stuffed it down into a box and it's been passed down from grandma to, but I think that this is going to be right too big, this wire. It's going to be a little too big for what I'm wanting. Ooh, I'm liking it. Hold on. Now I have to cut them with this. That'd be good. And this wire is not easy to cut. This is like, you get it in the rebar section and it comes in that coiled up. This stuff is not easy to cut, especially with these. Well, it hurts your hand, hurts my hand. I need to find some different, easier cutters or a thinner wire. The wire I wanted, the hardware store down the road used to sell it. Now they don't. I'm like, you make it so hard for me. Okay. Yeah, that's still a little too long. Thanks for being here with me as I figure this out. Crafting and trying to figure this thing out. Y'all got any questions? Hey Brenda, hey y'all. Come on in. I'm not sure what I'm doing. If y'all have questions or anything, just ask away. Well, I try to manipulate this thing to go where I want it to without poking myself. Okay. I think we are good. Hold up. I gotta make that a little bit darker over here. I'm using the I used the glaze, but I gotta add just some straight up paint to that. But I'm so glad I got that milk paint. That milk paint, ooh, 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 I like the milk paint. I think that's gonna be my new go-to paint now. It's some milk paint. Because I have never used it before. And I'm quite surprised because, probably because it's so expensive. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. Okay. What do we think? I may have to darken up that gypsum a little bit more. What do you look? Isn't it pretty? Let me tatter that edge up a little bit more. Yeah, that makes it a little more ratted and tattered. Yay! So yeah, all I had was that. It's a 1/2-inch piece of wood that I cut out on my scroll saw to get all those rivets and divots in it to make it look like it's old weathered wood. I took a wire brush and my drill and just went all over the top of it. And then I put the base coat on, and some milk paint. And then this is a piece of fabric, one of my fabric print labels that you can find in my shop. This is also a little print, fabric print, the 1866 or 1886. What'd I say it was? 1866, and they come on little sheets like this. Oh, I just think it's so cute. It's got little rips and tears in it over in here, little rips and tears. Yay! Now I'm just going to stain the back and get it ready to, it's okay, Sherry. It's okay. I'm just going to stain the back and take some pictures of her and put her in my Etsy shop. So I hope that you all have a magnificent day. Enjoy your New Year day. Enjoy your time off and just have a good old day. And thank you so much for being here with me today. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Thank you, Tammy. Bye, you guys.